and Banner Podcast. Brews and Banner Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brews and Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, got any twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is,
does Delaware have an actual culture?
This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair. Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rocket and the brew. Well, that be the fuel, and I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Rob G? Yoda, Lou Belgium.
Hi.
Hello.
This is episode 82 of Bruising Banter Podcast.
Man.
Yes, and it is volume 18.
18? Okay. Yeah, you're right.
18 of the social distancing series. So we do have a special guest with us today, all the way from Philly.
Philly. This is where I am from.
I couldn't help it.
That would they. I ain't gonna make that wrong.
Hey, I've heard worse. we have Philly Mack from Mack Brewing Company. How are you, sir?
Welcome. Honored to be on here with you guys, man. This was this was the first featured podcast I was on, and I had no clue. I just kind of seen it after I sent after some beer ended up in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, welcome.
Yeah, because we drank this. I forget what episode that was.
Yeah, man, we drank this a while back. And there was winter. I think it was winter.
Yeah. It was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID for sure.
Yeah. That's funny.
Definitely pre-COVID, man. But man, excited to be here. Like I said, just waking up.
You're right on time.
Getting some things together.
All right, there we go. Well, before we always get started, we like to know, what are we drinking today? We are drinking.
So we all drinking the
Mack Brewing Co.
Mack
IPA.
There you go.
So Phil, so can you tell us a bit about this brew?
This beer, the very first recipe I've ever created. This recipe is coming back from 2014. This has been a work in progress. Well, excuse me, it was a work in progress, then it stopped. So 4 different hops. I don't call it a double because I don't want to intimidate people when they see a double IPA. When by definition, it's only 4 hops. Excuse me, it's 3 hops. 1 is just for aroma. It still gives you that sweet smell, citrusy back notes. And it's easy it's drinkable.
Yeah.
It'll hit you. It's drinkable.
You had that good dip.
I'm not a fan of hops.
It definitely is. It's
smooth. Drinkable for IPA and for 10%.
Yeah, 10% is where you get.
Surprising that it's 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still gonna have just one because it's an IPA, but it smells delicious for real.
Mm.
And I like it. I like it enough. Yep. Thanks, Mac.
Yeah.
No problem. You're definitely gonna like the next one.
What's the next?
I'm just waiting on.
Hey, you gonna tell us later?
Okay.
So,
so
Matt,
right now. I'm excited.
Sheesh.
So tell us a little bit about the color. How I know you mentioned you used some hops for the aroma. How did you end up with kind of this kind of copper or kind of that rust gold color that we're seeing?
It's a few different specialty grains. Not gonna get into. I like the color of my IPA versus a lot of other IPAs. But I wanted I wanted something that, because for me, as a beer drinker, as a craft beer drinker, whenever I see, typically, and this doesn't have to be 100% correct, when I see something that's pale and it actually is an IPA, typically, rule of thumb, is going to be extremely hoppy. When it's like that lighter color, it's going to be extremely hoppy, and the beer might be good, but it's too much hop. I'm not a West Coast IPA type of guy. I love IPAs. I'll take an IPA over anything every day. I think America has taken this style of beer and kind of morphed it into what they want it to be, instead of it being actual Indian Pale Ale, and it doesn't have to be overbearing.
Gotcha.
So I wanted a color that was inviting. Because I used to be an England drinker.
Right.
England,
Right.
I didn't that. But I wanted it, a nice, vibrant color that would stand out.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Yo, what you think of the burr? You gonna have pass me another? Or
Yeah. Can y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you.
No, I would say pass me another on this. But, I normally stick by Lou with the IPAs, like, because I ain't really into IPAs that much. But this, it's not as bitter as a regular IPA.
Right.
So,
So you can actually,
when he says he
not-
doesn't
yeah.
like the hops and he wants it to be less hot, like you could definitely taste that. Yeah.
yeah, it's not as bitter as a regular, like
Sure.
any of the IPAs that I had. So I can actually finish this one.
Nice.
The IPA. I just normally drink that thing out of here and then dump the rest in the sink.
I don't know. And this was a 10%, so you might be a little sleepy.
Oh yeah, that's all right. I can handle it.
Yeah.
I'm grown.
Right.
All right.
What
Well,
about you,
it's,
Rob? What about you?
I like it. I said it was smooth, but it definitely is, because just drinking it now and remember when I had it earlier. It does creep up on you because it is 10%. So it's good that it's a 12-ounce can.
12-ounce can. little can packs a punch, right, Rob?
Right. Not too many. Like a 16-ounce, I might start slurring my words or something.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm trying to sip.
Obviously, for me, it's a pass me another for me. I'm a huge IPA fan, and I was definitely glad. Thanks, Rob, for sending this brew via Adrian for today, obviously. But I was ready to crack this can. I couldn't wait. She was like, she's put it in the refrigerator. What was that? You saw her Saturday or Friday?
Yeah.
She was like, I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to save that for Sunday. I'm like, he ain't send me two. I wanted to crack it Friday. That would have screwed everything up.
Yo, and a little backstory about the beer. Mack sent it over, and it got to the mail right on time, but the mailbox key was broke.
What?
I couldn't get it out of the mailbox thing, and it's like 98 degrees outside that day.
Oh shit!
I went to one post office, and they're like, "Oh, we're just a satellite post office." And I'm like, "Well, what time? They close at 5. It's like 4:45."
Oh my God!
I get down to the place, and he was like, "Yeah, we out here. We got carriers until 8 o'clock, so we'll get up there and get it to you." But the lady got there and didn't know where the mailbox was because it wasn't her normal route, so she just like wandering around the neighborhood. I'm like, "Ma'am, I need your help." And she was like, "I'm actually out here to help somebody. Is it you?" And it just happened that I was out.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "Yeah, I was like 10 more minutes, and I was just going to leave and tell my supervisor I don't know what to do."
Right.
So, we got the beer. I got the beer at the last minute, pretty much.
Right.
But,
that's called just-in-time supply chain.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. All right.
We made it.
So post office is working real well, man. I think this last couple of weeks, just with the mail-in ballots and everything, it seems like mail has been slowing down. There's a few things that typically takes me about 2-3 days to get that I still don't have.
Wow.
So with said, like the release, I was supposed to be releasing more beer, and I was waiting for the merch to come in because I'm releasing this color shirt, and I have a patch that I'm actually getting made. So that way, instead of ordering jeans and things of that nature, You can buy your patch. You can put it on whatever you want.
Right.
Just really the marketing strategy of just craft beer. Everybody seems to be following the same print when it comes to the grassroots promotions and getting the beer out there. And that's one thing that I want the brand to stand out for, is that we're in our own lane. I think I put it on a tweet one time. It's just, I want to be the Allen Iverson of craft beer.
Right.
I just want to change the whole approach and the whole viewpoint of the game. Does he have a ring? No. Is he by far the greatest influencer of NBA in history? Absolutely. And that's what I want to do with craft beer.
That's awesome.
Like that.
Right. That's what's up. Well, then I mean, that's a good jumping point on in terms
That's
of
a good segue.
how you actually got into craft beer and and the whole backstory and how it even got to Mack Brewing Company.
I've been drinking beer probably before I was supposed to.
Yeah,
I used to go to
a lot of us.
I used to go to a microbrew down on 17th and Sansom. 15th and Sansom, called Nottingham. And I was a regular at Nottingham for a while. It hurts my heart that they're gone. But that's where I used to go. And everything was made in-house. They did not can. They did not sell to distributors. You had to come down there and get it. And I graduated from Johnson C. Smith's because I was back in North Carolina. I was in Charlotte. And I graduated. And I remember coming up there after I graduated and said, man, I need a keg. I'm having a cookout and I just need a keg. And I remember it was called Monkey Knife Fight. I'm not gonna say I'm the only one that ever had a keg of it, because people worked there and I'm pretty sure they had it as well. But I was cool with the brewer, and he I think he charged me like $5 or $10 a gallon. And,
Nice.
I had that, so that's starting. I'm gonna say about 18. That's what got me interested. It wasn't until I was 2009, 2010, I realized that I didn't need a massive amount of space to produce beer from a young lady that I was dealing with from South Philly at the time. And if you're familiar with South Philly and those apartments, they're pretty small, no matter how much money they are. And she was making, I believe it was a stout at that time. And, I was the only one out of my crew in college that drank craft beer. So a lot of my friends, I smoke cigars. They smoke left-handed cigarettes. So I wanted to create something that could mush well with weed. And as I like to say, my IPA is, if you token on a little something, that's probably like meat and cheese. A sandwich. It goes. It
I hear it. I'm talk that talk. Yes.
Meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese, baby.
So that was my approach, and that's how I narrowed down on that actual recipe, because my friends, they to this day they don't drink craft beer. They drink mine. So that's how I gauged in on my recipe. I didn't do the home brew clubs and all of that, because one, I never felt invited. Even when I would go to buy my equipment and buy my ingredients, I was never being talked to. I was being taught that. So when I'm telling I'm trying to do this and this, I'm just looking like, okay, all right. And to this day, I'm pretty sure, now when they get orders, I might put Mack Brewing Co. on there, but these days I don't even put it on there. I don't even want you to know. Because it's as we all talked about, even with you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys deal with it, just getting in that game and me being young. I'm an 88er. I'm young.
Yeah, you is.
Baby.
That age.
That, man. I didn't want to take that approach. So I hear a lot of people, they talk about, how they got into the game and how it went. I'm really taking an independent approach. I'm Allen Iverson, Rudy Ray, Master P, Suge Knight. Like this is my mindset. Jay-Z's, these are my mindset on how I'm approaching this industry. And that's how I intend to keep approaching this industry.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
That's what's up. So
that's that Philly heart, man.
Yeah.
A lot of greats come out of Philly and other places, but Philly is really, really, a good place. Now, are you a Philly native?
West Philly, born and raised.
West Philly, okay.
No.
Good. Okay.
On the playground, he spent most of his days.
Playground on what is that? The summertime video when they were playing basketball. That's Beaver School. I went there.
Nice.
I probably have all the time when people say West Philly, you just gotta complete it.
You gotta make the connection.
You shouldn't even be allowed to say West Philly. It should just be West Philadelphia. You have to say that.
So I know you like IPAs. Is there another stout that you rock with?
Another style?
Yeah.
Okay. The next style, I actually had released it slightly because the labels wasn't ready. At that time, people who purchased the sticker and got their free gift. It came with another free gift, and it was a 13% lemongrass and honey ale.
Oh, this nigga like to get drunk. That's what he like.
Got a threshold, Devin. He got a threshold, Devin.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
A 10 and a 13%. Oh,
hit him high.
That's why Mack has more fun.
Yes, sir.
He want to talk about it's good. It's good to compare with some smoke. See, they try to ruin the party.
Changing lives out here.
Listen, man, I want to bring that feeling, man. I want to bring back that freeway PD crack flip sides like feeling. I want to bring that. And it's not about just drinking and getting extremely drunk. I'm not trying to get you drunk. I want you to sip, kick back, chill, and have a good time. I don't want you to have to keep running, breaking the seal, running back to the bathroom because you keep drinking this water.
Right. True.
I want you to sit down and.
You know what? That is true though. When you break that seal when you sipping too much water, you need some good beer.
Something too, man. We're gonna call it soul brew. Some soul brew.
Soul brew.
There you go. So. Yo, that's a good market.
Yep.
I just said
it. You heard it here first.
Soul brew. Soul brew. Nah, give me my percentage.
Right.
Right.
So now if somebody ever try to take it, you be like, yo, you gotta go back to episode 82. I said it a long time ago.
So exactly 18. I don't even know how many minutes it is, but it's sitting there.
Right. Yeah, it's like 18 minutes in. You right.
18, that's gonna be a number. I'm about to tell my dad play the lottery tomorrow.
All right, okay. Run them numbers.
So Mack, going back to you beginning brewing, what was it that got you from buying the kegs at Nottingham to actually wanting to jump in and make your own recipes and all of that? Was it when you got back to South Philly, or had you already had the bug when you were in North Carolina?
No, I had the bug when I was in North Carolina. The crazy part is I graduated. I went to Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, HBCU. And when I graduated, my first job was in marketing for CBS Radio, market promotions. And then I got into recruiting. I was a college recruiter for some years. And I always wanted to do beer, but the main thing was, secure your career. And then you can
all
move
these
on
other
to your
things.
dreams.
Do what you want.
And it just didn't sit well with me. I was doing a lot more research. So what happened 2014, I'll never forget, I was researching like names and everything. Because I literally have a book on how everything is going to come out. Some of the names may change, flavors and everything is just there. And I was researching like the first, because at that time I never heard of any black brewers, any black brewing companies. And I found Theodore Mack in MACK, Theodore Mack Sr. out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He owned 10 pennies.
Oh, yeah.
What did he own?
And that 10 pennies.
Okay.
No, not 10 pennies, excuse me. That's the name. That's wrong. That is a florist. I can't think of the name.
I know what you're talking about. That was like the first black brewery in
That was first, and the legend has it he was blackballed. And if his company, People's Brewing Company, excuse me, that's the name of it, People's.
Yes.
Okay.
And the legend has it if he didn't go out of business, Pabst Blue Ribbon wouldn't be what it is today. With me reading that in 2014, what was I, 23, 22, something like that. That resonated with me. And that back then, that had like really put fire on me to like really start moving. But again, I don't know any black brewers. I don't know how to get into this game. I don't even know the first approach to this game. And I started reaching out to people. I'm not going to say any names. A couple black-owned breweries as well. I started reaching out to people, trying to be an intern, trying to, I'm not asking for nothing, just opportunity. Some responded, said, nah, right, at this moment, we don't have da-da-da, understandable. And some that never said anything. In my first year at Fresh Fest, I asked them about it. They claim I don't know. Okay, I can show you the email. You want to see it? And at that point, I realized, okay, maybe it's not as sweet as everybody's trying to make this whole kumbaya. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go my own route, and whichever way, however I hit it is how I hit it. And from there on, I put the paperwork together and figured out everything I needed to do. I knew I didn't want to do it in North Carolina. I wanted to come back home to Philly. And by the time I moved back home, we've been moving. It's been, we're counting down. What's this, June? No, this is August.
August, yeah.
The website's been up for 8 months.
Okay.
Nice.
Dope.
As far as me getting it out to the public, me beyond my friends, you guys, less than a year.
Okay.
No, Rob, I know we never asked really each other a lot of questions, but I know you introduced us to, Mack Brewing, if I'm not mistaken, when we had it in the winter. How'd you come across it? Just out of curiosity, like, how'd you come across it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean, because I know we in Breweryville, you know what I mean. But being as though, like he said, he's
where we at?
We in Breweryville, like that's our life now,
You know what? I want to say it was I think an interview he might have did. Philly Mack might have did with Uncap Everything. And I think Eric. I think Eric was the one. So shout out to Uncap Everything, Eric. Down in Richmond. I think he did. I think he posted something on Instagram. I'm assuming that's where I saw it. And I was like, "What? It's right in our backyard in Philadelphia."
Right.
How do we not know about this?
Yeah, I know.
Are we their backyard? I don't know.
Who knows?
I guess we are. I guess because we be south.
First state.
Right.
Okay.
The backyard ain't necessarily south, Devin. I mean, you got your backyard on the north side or the south side or the west side of your house.
Right. Okay. So when I saw it, I said I definitely had to try it. So I went on the website and I saw he was giving selling stickers with free gifts. So I was like, yeah.
So that's how we ended up with the beer.
Yeah.
Hey man, I like I said, just taking a different approach. I was just reading a lot of things. I think it started off later for me, for the simple fact that trying to do everything the right way, trying to make sure everything is in line and going. But when I started going in that direction, I started seeing that things were literally in place to block you. So
Right.
I had to create it. Like I said, my friends, I don't know how many of you guys go to DC, but it's always an $8 T-shirt that comes with 3 gifts.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I got the idea from. The marketing strategy. I'm getting a lot of emails. It's crazy. I got mentioned in Forbes, and I'm getting a lot more emails, and they keep trying to ask me about my marketing strategy. And I just don't feel the need to say anything.
Right.
But
No need to share.
Nike. It's no reason to share. It's Nike. That's what it is.
Yeah, because like you had to figure it out on your own. So like you had to figure it out on your own. So it's like
why share?
It's no reason that anybody else can't figure out their own strategy. Pretty much, it don't have to necessarily be the same thing that you're doing, but they can figure out their own.
It's crazy. I'm getting a lot more emails asking, how are you making it through COVID and how are you doing this? And I'm like, well, where were y'all at?
Right, that's what I was about to say. It's not that he don't want to share. It's just like he reached out to these certain people,
right,
and they didn't want to share. Like when he ain't like, all I want to do is learn, and then they like, oh, go learn on your own, and he learned on his own, and now they got something that he wants. Like, nah, like I needed y'all 2 years ago. I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
I come from a household where you have your preferred beer, your preferred light, your preferred dark. This is where you stay. This is where you stay at to keep yourself from making decisions. And then it's like I go to and we talk about bottle share. It's just you walk away from your drink, you let that go. You go get new. And it's like you go to bottle share, and it's like, oh no, everything's right there on the table. It's like, oh. I look like the hood cousin. I'm like, I don't know about this. I'm over there sitting there. Oh, somebody watching that? No. Just
That's funny.
Again, just learning this culture, and going back, it's like it's something that we shouldn't have to learn. Beer goes back to Egypt.
It does.
So it's like. I have to read? Why do I have to learn this? And as you start, getting more knowledge of self, it's like, all right, this me anyway. It don't matter how I'm gonna do it. It's going to come out right because I'm thinking positive about it. I know what I want to get from it, and it's going to be successful.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So when I guess the one question is, why did you decide to call it Mack Brewing?
Well, my name is actually David Mullen. When I went to school, I always butchered my last name. So I was from Philly. So everyone called me, my grandfather, everybody called him Mack because they always butchered the last name anyway. So it was just Mack. And then when I got to school, it was Mack, but then it was like, oh, he's from Philly. If you go to any HBCUs, everybody has a nickname. It's either where you from or something that you did at a party one day, and they stick with that. So it was really Mack. Came to it, I was trying to think about. I didn't want to name it after me, and it wasn't until one of my good friends from Pittsburgh actually, and he was like, "But Mack isn't your name," and I was like, "You're right."
It's not.
Is off the wall on names, and we had a class because once he said that, we had a class in communication arts, and it was KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm thinking about all these crazy names and something that's gonna mean something. He was like, "Yeah, nah, just call it Mack." All right, Mack.
Yeah.
All right,
I like it.
with the sign.
Yeah.
And at that time, I drove an '88 Mustang. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put the Mustang because I have vanity plates on the Mustang. So I'm like, everybody know that's my car. I'm gonna just that's gonna be the sign right there. He was like, nah. Then what happened? What happened if something happened with the Mustang? Now you going for off the day? Did something stupid. I'm like, right. And,
All right.
and it was like, Love Park is in Philly. So Philly, Crooked A, Mack,
Nice.
Mack Brewing Co.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like I think like Nelly, he said when he wore the Band-Aid, that became bigger than him, so that's why he took the Band-Aid off. So, so you want to just keep it simple, yeah. And just represent the brand. I had another question. I lost my train of thought.
And that logo's not confusing at all. So that's I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice and simple.
I was going to gravitate towards it because it's crazy. I was just having a conversation before I got on the phone with you guys on a collab on a few things. And like one of the other brewers said like, yo, like your logo is really dope. And I didn't expect to hear that because I'm looking at all these crazy, all these different seals they have and everything. I'm like, oh, man, my dog's so clean. And I was like, nah, like that's dope. Like it's dope. It stands out. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody trying to do different things, and you just like keep it simple. Like, just keep the whole thing simple. That's what it is.
Yep.
So
when you do your next beer, what do you already have a thought of what you want the label to look like, or is it just going to be something simple like?
Went through about 3 different labels. One of my college homies is doing it for me. With COVID, it kind of slowed everything up. The name of it is actually dedicated to a college friend that passed. I just had to make sure that it wasn't going to be any backlash on the name and everything because that's really I'm the type of person. If I come up with it and I think about it, my first initial thought, that's what I'm gonna stick with. Anytime it varies from that, it never works. So I wanted to do that in the label. I have an idea. It's supposed to be coming. And the crazy part is, I was going to release it at Fresh Fest because I was supposed to be a brewer at Fresh Fest.
Right.
I was going to have people try and then hit them with it afterwards. So now I have more time to actually, I don't have to rush. I have more time to actually like really put something together and roll it out properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we won't like to talk about Fresh Fest on here.
Yeah, not right now. We'll talk about it we'll start talking about it again in like February. Especially not this week.
I guess should we at least let him tell us his connection to Fresh Fest, how he got introduced to?
Nah, we won't want to talk about Fresh Fest at all. He had his Fresh Fest time just right now. That was it. We won't want to talk about it.
Come on.
Honestly, when I was on research on Black-owned breweries, and Black brew culture had popped up because they actually was talking about people's brewery and things of that nature. So I didn't go that first year. I forgot where I was living at that time. I didn't go that first year. Last year I went, and that's what put the battery in my back. That's where I met. That's where I met Garrett Oliver. Garrett Oliver was there. I got my book signed. My Oxford book of beer signed by Garrett Oliver, and my sister at the time. Hey, you should let me taste beer. I only brought like a 6-pack with me. And I'm like, nah, man, it's probably gonna be a bunch of people. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. She was like, all right, I'm gonna give it to him.
That's right.
And he tasted the beer. He tasted the beer, and he said, "This is a well balanced. This is well balanced. This is a good beer." And I just took off running from there. Like that was what I needed. Like I'm looking at all these other Black brewers. I'm like, oh man, y'all here, y'all there. I'm seeing all these different people in the brewing company that didn't respond back to me. I'm seeing all these people, and then once he told me that, and then other people was like, man, I wish I would have brought my book so he could sign it. Man, I wish I would have brought my beer so he could taste it. I'm like, damn. All right. all right, I gotta stick with this. And he's actually down to earth, man. Like at that time, I forget the beer that he had us to try.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, we do a secondary fermentation in the bottle. Anybody wants to know how we do it, I'll email it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Once he was going, he emailed it to me. Let me know how it comes out. Okay. He's really, like, Fresh Fest was, for me, as a young dude that's finding his way, it got me here.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. You are sounding a little Teddy Riley over there, but I think we got the message.
little chop.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, man.
It's all right. We got it.
I don't have an orchestra behind me, so you can't. It's not me.
That's all right. We got the main. We got the point. We got the message on what you were saying in terms of Garrett.
Did you have a question, Rob? I was going to ask him. All right.
So
you mentioned your sister who said, "Hey, look, you need to make that connection." I think also when we posted the first time we drank Mack Brewing, we drank the IPA back this winter. She saw the post. She really hopped on it and saw it and was. I think that might be your sister who kind of was like, "Yo, like thanks."
I don't know that man's sister.
But it was somebody rooting hard. It was somebody rooting hard when they saw the post. And I just wanted to ask: is your sister now an intricate part of like your operation, or does she help with anything, whether it be from any branding or any marketing or anything like that with your business?
It's crazy. She just did. I got asked to do a collab on a T-shirt, and mind you, it's like 9 in the morning. I'm just waking up. Bang! I'm all right. So I'm just showing it to her. Like, oh man, look at this. And she was like, oh man, that'd be dope. You should do this. And I said, I was gonna say that. And then she I come back and she had it drawn. It should look like this. So I have 2 older sisters. Now I'm the youngest. So I'm like,
the baby.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, the Chuck D video that came out, I didn't even know they posted it yet. She sent it to me. Like I'm so stuck in the grind right now. Like a lot of stuff, it's not even me being rude. I'm not posting or anything like that. I literally don't see it because I'm stuck in this grind right now. And she'll see, hey, you seen this? I thank you. Like when the Forbes article came out.
Well,
the Forbes article came out with Harris Brewery Company and 2 locals. I'm sorry. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think when as long as we don't kind of jump in or whatever, then it kind of stays clear, but it's almost like a delay if we stay out.
Because I heard him say something about Chuck D, and I don't know what was said. What happened with Chuck D?
I said the Chuck D video. We did it was a few different black-owned breweries that did a toast to Chuck D for his 60th birthday, and I had my son in it. Me and him had taped it, but I never knew when it got released. Yesterday, my sister sent me the DM. You see this? No, I didn't see it. Just see it. Where was I? I forgot where I was going.
You were just saying that, like, just because you're so much in your zone and your space, you don't get to see everything.
It's hard to look at the Instagram and stuff like that because I don't want to get caught up in following the trend. But that's what I was saying. So with the Forbes article with Harris Family Brewery and 2 locals, I did not know I was mentioned. I was posting it because I'm like, damn, these boys got a Forbes article. So I'm like, y'all dope. My sister said, yo, did you read this? I said, no, I just seen that they had the article, man. That's dope. They in Forbes. I said, what? They said, yo, they mentioned you on Forbes. I said, what you mean they mentioned me? Like, did they just say, oh, yeah, Mack Brewing Co? Or did they, was it like a shameless plug type thing? She was like, nah, like, they really said, like, they can find your beer around Philadelphia and blah, 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 blah. Oh. All right. Here we go.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
Oh, well, we learned that like had friends brewing, they were originally from Philadelphia, so it's and two locals are in Philly, so it's all Philly love. I guess brotherly love is for real.
Not everybody been from Delaware. They be like, nope, we ain't mentioned it. We are the only brewery. Thank you.
So hateful.
It's a Harris family brewery. I met them at Fresh Press, and that's how we connected that way. I didn't meet two locals. I honestly, when did I hear about them? Because I was doing a lot of Googling. I didn't hear about them until I did a radio interview at Uptown Radio, and they had like DM'd me. And then that's when I like caught up them. And then from there, and then we were supposed to meet. I don't know what happened. Something happened. And then, since then, everything been moving. So it ain't really been no time for real.
All right. Did you say what kind of style the new beer was? Did you say that?
It's an ale. It's gonna be a grass and honey ale. I have a third one I'm working for.
Oh, it's that. Okay, it's the
13%.
The 27, and then the 27% ABV.
Yeah, that one, right, that one.
You don't have you're not going below 10. Like everything gonna be 10 or above.
I think the third one I'm going to do. I'm not going to say what style it's going to be because I want to shock you all with this next one. But I vow to never make anything less than. I don't want to make anything less than like 8%.
Nice.
I think that's just me as a craft beer. If I want 5, 4, 6% beer, I can go buy something else. I can, when it comes to craft, like I'm not going to a restaurant and get a meal done by a chef just to go get a chicken sandwich. It's
Sure.
I want something that's robust. I want something that's going to have some intricate notes. I want something that's going to make me sit back and think. And therefore, yes, can you accomplish that with something on the lighter end? Yes, you can. You're absolutely right. You can. I don't want to.
Right.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Keep those taste buds. Whoa.
Right. Dev, what's your threshold again?
My threshold is 6 and up.
Oh,
maybe I need to increase mine to 8 and up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think you need to be at 7 now.
I need to be at 7. Yeah, that average is creeping up.
Mack Beer is about to be sitting next to the vodka bottles and shit.
Listen, I came in the game to change the game of beer. I don't. When you go to a bar, when people buying Hennessy and Ciroc and things of that nature, and then you see somebody with a beer, I don't want that frown. Like, I want you to like really, hey, that's a Mack beer. That ain't. No.
Yeah, you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing with that right there. That kind of thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you see a shorty take one, you like, I don't know if I can handle her. But then you see another one, she got a Mack beer in her hand, it's like, I don't know if I can handle
Right.
That's her second.
Keep the ABVs high and the eyelids low.
Yeah.
That's the good motto. I'll write that down.
Going to the day.
I like that motto too. That's pretty good.
You can have that. You can have that one.
Don't worry. If you see that pop across in the Mack Brewing Co. store, I got it. I'll put all my citations in. Go from there.
Right. That's what's up. That's what we hear. We here to help everybody out.
Man. We're here to connect people and help people.
I'm sorry.
What is that?
I thought somebody was trying. I didn't want to cut anybody off.
Oh no.
You good.
You was cutting yourself off because
I'm just extremely excited and thankful for you guys. Like you guys like reaching out and going, like you guys were one of the first ones that I didn't like just send a beer to, and you guys reached out and had it, and I greatly appreciate that because you'll have people. I had a podcast hit me up, was like, hey, can you send us some beers so we can do a review and this and the third? And I'm just looking like, bro, I'm on Untapped as a nano brewer, bro. Like
Right.
everything. This ain't.
Oh,
This ain't.
Right.
I ain't just got. I ain't got that.
Yep.
Well, yeah, definitely.
And
I
it's
think
like that for you guys to approach.
well, I would just say it's always important to at least try to support,
yeah.
and we
especially
wanted the beer. Like we wanted the beer. Like it don't. We know craft beer comes with a cost. You know what I mean? And we want to support Black brewers, especially. That's the goal. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
I want the beer. I want you on a podcast. We want you on a podcast. We want your beer on the podcast. And the only way to do that is to make it like when your beer coming out. That's when we're gonna have an episode and we're gonna have your beer on the podcast. That was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was easy. I remember. I think it was when Harris Family came on. That's when I sent you the email, the DM, and was like, you want to be on? And like right away, you like, yo, whenever. Let's set up the date, and it was smooth sailing from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't. We want to review your beer always, but we'll definitely pay.
Yeah.
We'll definitely pay support whatever we gotta do to get the beer.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but knowing that this came with a lot of sweat and tears, and for the fact that you guys, and that's the approach that you guys take, I am extremely grateful for that, and that's in this lane, and that's has someone that's approaching you on that level. That's somebody you really need to take in consideration because they're trying to invest in your growth. And I don't think that we pay a lot of attention to that. And you guys don't get enough kudos beyond that because that's the dope feeling that creates a lifetime partnership there. Like that's something that you're always going to be in the back of their mind. Like, oh man, I got something new. I need to send this over here. Hey, let me know what you think. And that's something, and you build your relationship from there because that's what they doing. That's the relationship they got.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
We gotta build.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, with you brewing, is there somebody else that helps you to do the brewing, or it's just you? Damn, yep, doing it for the muscle.
You just answered it.
What is your
Nah.
What's your setup?
Let me tell you what I just got. Let me tell you what I just got for the look. Look said other niggas there, but they ain't helping.
No. I'm stuck in the ground. I'm literally. It's not a beer that anyone is getting that I have not put my hands on.
Dope.
Yeah, so he's in there.
I'm sorry.
Like he's...
Let me say that. My son, some of the lids on.
Right.
Yeah, get that boy's credit.
I'm trying to steal his shine, man. Give him his shine.
He probably was sitting there like, yo, what about me?
Right here.
That's why he said, he's like, wait a minute.
This is our interview, Dad. This is our interview.
Like, I don't know if you guys seen that Chuck video. That joint came out. I seen it. I had it on my phone. And he just, hey, let me see that video again. He had to watch it like 20 times yesterday.
Wow.
Just for a little snippet.
No, I gotta check it out.
I gotta check it out too.
Yeah.
Where's it at? What's it on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Black Brew Co has it as a post.
Okay.
I think it's their very latest post that they have. I had it. Mack Brewing Co has it in the stories, but I don't know if it's deleted by now. But no, as of right now.
Oh shit!
I had a team that as far. I'm sorry. What you say?
Nah, he was saying that I had liked it, and I don't even remember looking at it.
Oh. As far as like making decisions when, you know, are we doing these interviews or am I doing this? Yes, there's more people involved. As far as like in the kitchen, in the gym.
Gym.
So
you the only one shooting? You the only one shooting in the gym?
You the brew master.
Shooting, I'm the only one working out. I'm the only one doing them reps.
Right.
So
I got you.
I see a bad. Like even the crazy part is I was supposed to have been on Untapped. I had the Untapped a link to create the page back in February, and I never did it. Like I think I just did it like maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
So like it's officially on Untapped to like heavy reviews. I think I got like one bad review on there. What did they say?
How many good
chugging
reviews do you
beer.
have, man?
Wait, what did they say about it?
It was. I mean, like I said, I don't even remember. I don't know what it is present day. I think it's like 18 or something. It's slight work. But out of all of that, it was just one, and they said it was a chugging beer. It was like one of the worst beers up in what present day. I toasted him and kept it moving. That's your
Right.
Right.
All right. I mean,
Shit, a chugging
people
beer
chug
is good to
anything.
me.
Right. And people chug. I've seen people chug everything. So what does everything mean? I've seen 12, 13, 17% beers. I mean, a chugging beer. I mean, he must have been thinking about like, are you trying to say like Budweiser? Is that what he's trying? I don't understand. It didn't. The comment.
I guess it didn't give him the buzz or give him the reaction he thought out of a 10%er. Maybe I don't know.
Huh.
I need more input than just that. I would have, like you said, I would have gave him that cheers and kept it moving too, because that's to me.
Yeah, man.
Like,
and if you only got one, if you only got
solid.
one, you got more than one positive comment. So whatever to that dude.
I don't like it, and I understand that at this point, and I think that's why I'm glad that I'm taking this approach. I'm glad that I'm not just getting 1,000,001 accolades, and then I'm up here. And I finally start getting to people, and I start getting, oh man, this sucks. Like, because I remember it was a Union Brewery. He had said something one time like how he had a beer that it won all types of awards, and it was crazy. It didn't sell. No, but none of the consumers liked it. And it's like, that's not to say that the beer is horrible,
right?
But it didn't reach anything, and that beer may not be horrible. Beer may be great, and it's just at that time people just wasn't gravitating towards it. Can you imagine me having an IPA in the early 90s? It would never sell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. And now it can't help but
can't stay on the shelf.
Right. There you go. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And there's some IPAs that I'm tasting, and I'm just like, bruh, this is selling.
Right.
Some.
Yeah.
So
like one thing I do like is that he started off with one beer, like a one style beer, right? So kill him with the one style beer, and then that gives him something to look forward to when you say you're dropping a different style beer. Yeah. Because they're gonna be like, oh, let me see what else he can do, like because if he could do this with the IPA, and that's all he had out at the moment.
And he's setting a standard of like take your time, like it's like an Outkast album. Like it's coming out every 2 years. Like gotta wait. You know what I mean? Like when it come out, it come out. That's it. Wait, you know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah, that steady progression is a lot better sometimes than that. That full throttle. But
that's the difference. That's the Allen Iverson.
Yep.
Instead of the cookie cutter, what everybody else is trying to do.
Exactly. Trying to stay up on time and meet the latest trend and this person come in and say they like this flavor and this taste and all that. No,
it's like how they say with
I'm working on another one, but you got an IPA right now. Like that's what I got.
You know like how they say with restaurants, the ones that make the most money are the ones with the smaller menus.
Yeah, they got 5 things a day.
You don't need all of that
extra shit. Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory 200 pages.
That is a frustrating menu, man.
Oh my God! And they've condensed it, and it's still frustrating.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why what he's doing is a good strategy.
Yeah, for sure.
What happens when you have a commercial? When you have a commercial restaurant, what is that? General Mills owns Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I never researched it.
Oh, who knows?
It's like, you know, you got somebody making decisions on the world instead of a region. You know, everything not gonna sell in different places. So, am I gonna have more beer available? Eventually, yes. The main thing is building up to the point of getting the location. And once you have the location, it will be beer here and get. Like I like that approach. Yeah, you can probably get all the beers together and get them mailed out and shipped out everywhere and get them mass produced. But then my main concern is Philly. Like you said, Philly Philly's a music town. Yes. Philly has a lot of different culture. I just had this past interview and we were talking about the art museum. And the art museum, a lot of people don't know the history about that. And it's crazy because right now I'm talking about it, I can't think of the architect's name. Everybody only knows it as the Rocky Steps.
Right.
A fictional, the Rocky Steps. But that was a black man that was head architect for that building. Matter of fact, the Duke's like building in all their seals was architect by the same guy who made the art museum. So it was like, you know, when you're talking about Philly and then it's like, oh, Philly's a big sports town. Philly has sports players. You know, your Jelly Beans, your Allen Iverson, your Randall Cunningham, things of that nature. But as far as like, oh, I'm a Sixers fan. I like the players. I think we're more into music, and I think that's a culture that's being forgotten about Philly. You know, Washington Jr., Billy Paul. You know, we're forgetting about some of the people. Patti LaBelle. We're forgetting about things that actually made this city rock.
Gambling Huff, Joe Scott,
Huff, all of them. Yeah.
So we were just talking about the a couple weeks ago how sometimes you forget that Will Smith from Philly.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a question though. Do you ever get asked to like do any events where you like would be open to like doing a keg? You know, I know you mentioned like, you know, when you kind of got into craft, you was doing like the kegs. Have you ever been like said like, yo, I want to have this party, you know, but I don't necessarily want to, you know, buy all these cans. Would you be like open to doing an event and like having like, you know, a keg or something on tap or something like that in Philly?
The crazy part is before COVID happened, I had a few events lined up.
Wow.
To do it myself. Whenever I would try to partner with people, whenever I would try to get with restaurants, that nature, because of the way I'm going about this, nobody really wants to touch it. It's still a little sticky. It's some gray areas that I'm filling the voids in. And a lot of people don't want to really touch that. So I had to come up with ways to do it myself. And because of this whole COVID thing, I had to like put it on hold. But kegging, the facility's able to keg.
Okay.
We can keg.
You can keg. Awesome.
All right. All right.
I like parties. I like, you know, I like.
See, you're right. That's a party. You take that 10%.
As a black brewer, I want to know what your feeling is on the Black is Beautiful campaign, the cans and how they're doing with that.
Before anybody takes a soundbite, what I'm going to say is I love it. I love that War Cloud has put something out that one is getting them the notoriety that they deserve. Two, that it's bringing awareness to a situation that should have been brought awareness. What I don't like about it. How is it? We are very quick to invite people to the cookout. And I say that to say it's people that have never once appealed to our culture, that have never once appealed to what we bring to the table as far as in brewing, just in general. pop culture, everything. And now, once the bottom line is seen and noticed that, hey, this might be something we need to jump onto. So I'm skeptical. Are we doing it for the solidarity of the movement, or are we doing it for solidarity of the movement of your bottom line?
Good point.
Yeah.
I get it.
There has to be something else after the canning is done.
Right.
Like after the campaign of this canning is done, what else are we going to do to keep the inclusivity of the people that did the Black is Beautiful campaign and make sure that we keep working together and keep making those collaborations?
What will community outreach look like going forward, and standing tall and being consistently involved? Yeah.
And the diversity in the tap rooms.
Huh?
And the diversity in our tap room in terms of employees and all that kind of stuff as well. Somebody reaches out to say, "Y'all want to intern and become a brewer?" Will they reach out and say, "All right, we got you"?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and it can be taken both ways, but at the same time, you know, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, your talking point won't be, well, you know, we did Black is Beautiful. If that's all you did, player,
I'm cool.
Right. You gotta say the starting point was Black is Beautiful, and look at what we've done in the last 2 years up to this date, and look what we have in the future to do. But the starting point, and we apologize for the starting point, but that was the Black is Beautiful campaign, and here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So that just makes me think of. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that makes me kind of think of what should be next, being as though Weather Souls, kicked off this Black is Beautiful campaign. You've got people who, brought in and actually joined by brewing it and making their recipe. There should be some kind of follow through to say, okay, now that we've done this beer, this stout, let them now, they should be the experts of guiding what should be next and seeing if people stay on board. And that will be a good indicator with, what's the bigger picture, and will this last, and stand the test of time, that there will be that solidarity.
Somebody asked me, was I going to do a Black is Beautiful? And I said no. And it has nothing to do with not
supporting
being down with the movement. I've brought everything like that. I don't want to hop on it and people think that I'm hopping on it to get some type of publicity. I think once you start getting to that point, it's not coming from a real place. I think that what I'm seeing, a lot of breweries now are hopping on, and it's like, when I don't see that you were doing anything beforehand, like I said, I come from higher ed. I'm getting emails about diversity and inclusion. Where I worked in higher ed, I know what that means. Diversity and inclusion. You're supposed to say that. Now you trying to you in higher ed, you do it because you need more government funds.
Right.
Now, why are you doing it in the brewery industry? Why are we doing it in the independent brewing society now? And that's where I get skeptical. I'm not saying that I'm not down with the movement. I'm not saying that, I'm not happy with how things are going. What I'm saying is it coming from a real place? And if it was coming from a real place, why are you just now doing it? 2, if you are saying that you're doing it now because you were being combative, people were being combative when you brought it up, why are you still aligned with those people? If that's the thing. So.
Yeah.
Looking for the
sure.
whole shit.
Damn, I'm about to pour out all my Black is say nah. he just fucked up Black is Beautiful for everybody. Now it's done.
No, he fucked it up for you. He didn't fuck it up.
No. I think he gave us a lot to think. I think he gave a lot of us to think about.
But that's it is true. Like this is the starting point. Like you have every right to ask, why did it take to get you to start? But if you start now, fine, keep going. Like you can't the can can't be the end of it. Like once this is done, it has to be more that you do. Or like you said, 2 years from now, you said, what happened? You gotta give me credit for what I did with the Black is Beautiful campaign back in 2020. But nah, bro, it's 2023. What you still doing? What are you doing now?
They're just gonna say, well, I took those proceeds and I donated to
I gave it to y'all, didn't I?
I said I didn't just make the beer, I actually gave away the money.
I gave you money.
They definitely gotta keep going. I'm with you on that, Mac. You gotta keep showing up.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
And that's where I'm at, man. I was in Charlotte before a lot of that stuff, a lot of those beers, those breweries came up. The Mecklenburgs, the Noda Brewing Companies, the VBGBs, it was crazy places to go drink beer. The Common Marks, Salute. It was a lot of crazy different places to drink beer. And you know what I always noticed? It was me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
a few sprinkled beer. When people wanted to go drinking, that's where I would go. Because I wanted beer. I wanted different beer. And I didn't want to break my pockets going out. I wanted to enjoy some beer. But I was always taught that. I was telling somebody not too long ago, I smoked a lot of cigars. I would go to Hawks downtown well before they made the different the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
I would go smoke cigars, dress the way I normally dress. I would get less pushback at a cigar bar where they in suit ties, they got Louis briefcases, they talking about different court cases and stock investments, and then they look at me, what you do? Oh, I'm da-da-da-da-da. And they get to rapping with me. We talk.
Mm-hmm.
I go here somewhere, I'm the black sheep. No pun intended. I don't see how you get so much pushback in a casual environment, and I got less pushback from please Google Halts down what that Chestnut Street cigars. Like I got less pushback there than I would drinking beer somewhere. So yes, I have a lot of concerns. I'm skeptical about it a bit, and I hope that it really changes the trajectory of where we're going as black brewers. I really do. I hope that it changes a lot of things. But you got to show me.
I get it.
All right. Any other questions for my brother Philly Mack?
Now, man, thank you very much for coming on, bro. I just appreciate the fast turnaround.
Yeah.
Everything. And your message, all that. Like whatever.
Now I gotta take a nap because that kept considering it got my eyes low.
That'll wait.
Yeah, you got me drunk, bro. Like, I don't drink these high ABVs.
Right.
You're supposed to have that. You're supposed to have that food ready. Right. You know what, Yoda? We ain't had none of them. We ain't had none of them little pancake donut balls in a while. So
I ain't been over here, yo.
So you need to do a special delivery, yo.
Yeah.
Bring them through.
All right.
I mean, that good sugar syrup on there.
Powdered sugar.
Sugar.
Oh,
what else you done made during the quarantine? I know you done made some other
something on the grill the other day I just saw.
Oh, that was jerk chicken. I'm great for that.
I'm talking about some dessert. What dessert you done made up?
Man, I ain't make that. I ain't made that. Nah, nope, nothing.
Okay.
All right. We want to thank Philly Mack for coming on. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said he done made something. You can see the beer coming out of it. He done made something. He about to go down.
Nah, you know what's crazy is that I'm putting my bar together right now, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back in there right now. I'm about to chill for a little bit first.
Might be some screws missing.
I sit at that motherfucker. That shit just collapsed. I'm like, oops.
Oh man,
you don't want to do that.
Nah.
All right. But before we wrap up, we always like to know where people can find out more about Mack Brewing Company, more about you, and where you are on the social media and World Wide Webs.
Oh man, Mack Brewing Co. Everything. Website www.mackbrewingco. Mack MACK Brewing Co. CO. Not company. CO. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website. Instagram, I'm getting better with Facebook. Instagram is where a lot of the information comes from. And then I realized, I can post to Facebook as well.
Right.
The website, t-shirts, free sticker. I sell stickers. Come with free gifts.
That's what's up.
So, I don't sell beer. I sell stickers.
Try to get back to DMs. The release should be happening hopefully by the end of the week, if not the middle of the week. Little tip. I'm a big sneaker guy, so every time it's a release, I guarantee you it's going to drop at 12 a.m. Whatever day it is, it's always going to open up at.
All right.
If it's Saturday, 12 a.m. If it's
get in line.
And until it sells out, I ain't doing no more pre-orders. That happened last time. I'm not doing no more pre-orders unless the money is there, because I had beer sitting around and people were trying to order. So when the link opened up, you can get it. When it's sold out, I guarantee you it's gone. I'm not shutting down the link. It's gone. Half of the time, I don't even know it's sold out until somebody emailed me and say, "What happened?" And it typically happens in 24 hours. So
there you go. Got to get
That's
in there.
a problem to have.
He got the Yeezys of beer.
Well, be sure to think of us when you are, having these can release. And when you're thinking we need that plug, we need that.
Cans.
Yeah, we need it. Get us that communication so that we can promote that can release.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I have people emailing me about the honey ale because when I send it off, it was literally a blank can with your 6-pack. Like it had nothing on it. It was just a blank can with a 6-pack. And people say, "Hey man, what is this? This is nice." Oh, that's da 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 da. He said it's pretty strong. It's smooth, but it's strong because I finished it and I'm like Yoda down there. It's like,
Have they stood up yet? Did they stand up yet? They probably still
their legs.
when they sent that email.
Yeah, I gotta find the email. I think it's gonna be released. I was going to do a 6-pack, but I think this particular one it might be a pint can 4-pack. Because I wanted to have something that was a bit more. Because I'm people are hitting me up saying $18 is too steep. Okay, so I'm trying to create something.
For a 4-pack?
Listen, bro.
I explained it to them. They said $18 is too steep for a 10% 6-pack of beer. And you're paying 18 for a 4-pack of 9, maybe 8.59%. But hey,
I think they just don't want to. They ain't really want to support.
They ain't really want to support. Right.
Because I'm sure if it was something else they really wanted, they would go get it regardless of the price. People pay what they want to pay when they want to pay it.
Yeah,
that's true.
You put the price on.
Those are the people that's going to be at the grand opening. Once we get the building, those are going to be the people that's going to be the regulars. So I don't get upset with that. I understand. It's a lot of things going on these days, and I get it. I'm not even going to sit here and try to combat you on that. But I do know one thing. You won't come in once I get that location done. Oh, you won't be there.
There you go. All right. Luke, where can they find you?
For all your beer needs, Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams.
You set up real close.
That shit was weird.
Yo, where can they find you?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't even hear you.
You can find me. You can hear me now.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at 302 Yoda or on Instagram and Facebook at Delaware on Grind.
All right. Dev?
You can find me on Instagram at Devin Aaron _the_great. Had me sitting up.
And you can find Bruising Banter Podcast at Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts like Apple Heart, iHeart.
They about to buy them.
And
Got that 10%.
Got that slur. That slur.
And you can follow the personal page, Rob G _ of BBP, or something like that. I don't even know what my Instagram is. And something to that effect. Until next time, this has been episode.
Before we go, remember that you can still get 15% off your beer kits, wine kits, kombucha, whatever you decide that you want to do at www.craftforbrew.com, and you put in the promo code of BBP4. So Brews and Banner Podcast 4. Okay?
Right.
For 15% off. Yeah.
Maybe you could start brewing, and then one day you be like Philly Mack brewing your
right.
company.
You get that kick. Next thing you know, you popping.
Right. Yeah. You get that bug.
Hey.
And it
So
started
one
here.
Allen Iverson though, Mac. Remember that though. Everybody got to
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like AI though, like AI.
Yeah. AI like.
I said Allen Iverson in the NBA, early 2000 Rockefeller mixed with a little Rudy Ray.
There you
with
go.
Master P. You let that cool down. Sprinkle a little Suge Knight on top.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm glad you said a little sprinkle of Suge Knight.
I'm glad he said cool. I'm glad he said let it cool down first.
Until next time, this has been episode 82.
82?
Yeah,
82.
Have a good week, everyone.
Have a good week.
Bye.